Hello everyone, welcome to Audio Academy. Today we're going to talk about an interesting lesson which is future tenses, which will be divided into two parts. But first, leave me a comment to let me know which English future tense is the most difficult. I'm curious to find out what you think. Okay, let's get started. In part 1, we are going to talk about future simple and how to use some present tenses to talk about the future. Moreover, we are going also to use some phrases to talk about the future. Let's talk about my garden. I'm going to give you a story to illustrate how to use those different tenses in English. This weekend, I'm going to do some gardening. I'm going to plant some flowers. And I'm going to do some weeding as well. I'm going to do some gardening. It's my plan. And I'm using the phrase be going to talk about it. So, when you're talking about plans that you have for the future, you need to use the phrase be going to. How can we form it? This is a good question. Be going to can be used with all pronouns. We form it according to the pronouns used. So, it could be I'm going to, is going to, or are going to. In all cases, it has to be followed by an infinitive form. For example, the boys are going to travel to Alex. Can you think of other examples? Kindly write them in the comments. So, I'm in my garden right now, and I have just seen my neighbor. My neighbor is trying to open her gate, but she's struggling. She can't open it. So, I will help her. I'll help her is the future simple. I have just made this sudden decision to help her. It's not a plan. It's a spontaneous decision. And when we talk about spontaneous decisions, you need to use the future simple. Say will plus the infinitive. And the negative form is want. Will is also something you can use to talk about predictions. Any kind of predictions? Actually, no. I'm going to plant some roses in my garden, and I think they will really do well. Here, I have a plan, which is I'm going to plant some roses. That's why I use be going to. And I'm also guessing something else, which is I think they will do really well. I'm making a prediction, which I'm not sure of. That's why we use future simple with will. Here are some examples and cases of using will plus the infinitive. Will you drive me home? This is a request. I will drive you home. This is an offer. I will give you a present if you behave well. Otherwise, you will be punished. We use will with both cases, as they are promise and threat. Another example of using future simple is the future facts, such as next month I will be 22. What about other present tenses? Can we use them to talk about future? Definitely. We can use present continuous to talk about arranged plans. I'm playing football this weekend. This is most definitely going to happen this weekend, as I have arranged it with my friends. So to talk about future arrangements that you are certain about, you can use the present continuous tense. Working in the garden is really tiring, and my garden is really big, so I can't do it all by myself. But fortunately, I do have a friend who knows a lot about gardening. He doesn't live in London where I live. He lives in a different town, but he's going to help me with my garden. He is going to, that's the plan. He is actually coming to London tomorrow. He is coming to London. That's the present continuous, and I'm using the present continuous because it's an arranged plan we have made together. So, he is coming to London. His train arrives at 10 tomorrow morning. Now, I'm using the present simple to talk about the future. Yes, you can do that. And we do that when we talk about timetables and schedules. So, his train arrives at 10 tomorrow. It's the future, and I'm talking about the timetable. When the garden is finished, I might have a drink. It's quite a hot day, and working in the garden is really tiring, so I might have a cold drink, but I'm not sure. That's why I'm using the phrase might. So I might have a drink is just a possibility. It's an option. It's not a plan. It's just something I possibly can do. I might have a drink, but I might have ice cream instead. I'm not sure yet. Unfortunately, we reached the end of our video part 1. Wait for the second part. Hope you enjoyed our video, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Audio channel. Always develop yourself. Goodbye.